A narcissist only exists if someone feeds them. Before you judge this statement, listen until the end. When I say that a narcissist only exists if someone feeds them, I am not blaming the victim. I am revealing a truth that very few people are willing to face. Because no one chooses to be manipulated. No one chooses to be deceived. No one chooses to fall in love with a mask. But there is something every manipulator needs in order to continue existing in your life: access to your energy. A narcissist does not feed on love. They feed on attention, on reactions, on explanations, on guilt, on your desperate attempts to prove that you are a good person. They need you to doubt yourself so they can become the only reference point for your reality. That's why they confuse you. That's why they contradict themselves. That's why they accuse you. That's why they lie. Because a person who is secure in themselves is difficult to control. A person who knows their worth does not need permission to exist. A person who knows who they are does not abandon their truth just to keep someone else comfortable. And that is exactly what a manipulator tries to destroy first: your connection with yourself. They want you to stop trusting your own perception, to stop listening to your intuition, to ignore the warning signs, to justify behaviors that should never need justification. Because the moment you begin to doubt your own reality, they take control of the narrative. You start telling yourself, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe it's my fault. And while you're trying to make sense of what is happening, they're slowly rewriting your identity. But here is the reality check. No narcissist has enough power to destroy a person who is deeply connected to themselves. They can hurt you. They can disappoint you. They can wound you. But they cannot control you. Because people who know who they are do not easily believe false accusations. People who know who they are do not need external validation to feel valuable. People who know who they are do not hand over their identity to someone else's opinion. That is why self-awareness is a form of protection. Self-love is not just a beautiful concept to post online. It is emotional armor. It is psychological protection. It is what prevents someone from turning your insecurities into chains. Pay attention to the signs. Notice when someone makes you feel guilty for expressing your feelings. Notice when someone constantly invalidates your perception. Notice when you spend more time defending who you are than simply being who you are. Notice when a relationship requires you to dim your light just to keep the peace, because love does not require you to disappear. Love does not require you to abandon your identity. Love does not require you to live in a constant state of confusion. And there is something every victim needs to hear. You are not weak because you were deceived. You are not naive because you believed. You are not guilty because you loved. But your healing begins when you understand that no one can give you your voice back except yourself. True freedom does not begin when the narcissist leaves. True freedom begins when you stop needing their approval, when their criticism no longer defines you, when their accusations no longer alter your identity, when their manipulation no longer changes your perception of the truth. Because the day you discover who you truly are will be the day no one can convince you that you are someone else. And that is the moment the narcissist loses the supply that kept them alive in your life. Because the hardest person to manipulate is someone who has already found themselves. If this message resonated with you, comment, "I choose to return to myself." Because every healing journey begins the moment you stop chasing validation from those who hurt you and start rebuilding the connection with who you truly are.